Well, great evening, everyone. Now, for those that have already seen me do the cooking, last time, please bear with me because I'm going to do this cooking again. Let me grab these. So, I'm in my Prius V. Up in the front, you can see that white. That's part of my bed. So I take my bed out of here, and that gives me a lot of room here for doing the cooking. Now, tonight, I'm going to do my omelet. I've been basically living on omelets. Let me get this plugged in here. Because they're a complete protein and they're great if you have diabetes or you want to lose weight. They're really, really good. So, one thing that I found that I've gotten at the store, plug this in. I'm using this pot. Okay. Now this one is a Dezine. It's only got two different heat settings. So if it gets too hot, I just turn it off for a little bit because this gets hot real quick. So I've got my free range happy eggs. Now what I do when I get my eggs from the store, I coat them with an oil. So what oil do I use? I use my beef tallow. This is a grass-fed beef tallow. And you only need a little bit. You got to make sure the egg is totally coated. But since I'm only eating omelets, this will be gone within about, 4 or 5 days. But I have checked it when I was home. I coated the eggs and I had them in here, for a day, and then I left them on the counter. But every day before I ate it, I had a bowl of water and I checked to make sure the eggs were good. And no problem. It wasn't even that they were starting to, not be the freshest. So they stayed fresh for that time. And what I'm cooking with, like I said, is the beef tallow. If it's got the grass-fed beef tallow, it's got some extra things in it for you that are good. So making my omelets, something I've gotten that I bring with me that are great are these little Star-Kissed things. Now, if you can get them on sale, that's great. You know about the tuna ones. Now, I like the deli-style tuna. I also have here my little sandwich maker, the grilled, so I can do a grilled tuna. And I get the Hero bread that's made with avocado oil. So it's expensive. The Hero bread is $10.99 a loaf, but it's very good ingredients. So, these are enough for a sandwich, just the perfect size for it. So I can use this either on that to make a grilled sandwich, whatever. Or I can use it in my omelet. I just make the omelet first and then I put it in and fold it over, So I have the tuna, deli tuna. And then I found beef ones now too. So I have one that's sweet barbecue. There's I got another deli tuna. A taco style meat. And a sloppy Joe. So tonight I'm going to try the sloppy Joe. Now another thing I do have with me that I carry with me are the sweet peppers, bell pepper. But I've got the mini ones. Mini peppers. I got a little thing of Spam too, the small can. So I can do sometime scrambled eggs and Spam. Okay. But tonight I'm going to do an omelet. Okay. And yeah, and try the Sloppy Joe. I haven't had this yet. But these are so easy. You know, you can get all different kind of canned meats. So you don't have to worry about refrigeration. And again, you coat your eggs and they will last, okay? Now some say you can't do store-bought eggs. Yes, you can. I've tried them at home and you can do it. Not a problem. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna turn this on. Got a little bowl for my eggs. And I'm gonna turn that on and get a little bit of the tallow. Little bit of tallow to cook my omelet in. And what I use to clean my pots and pans and things and my silverware, I use the little baby wipes, but I use the ones that are 99% water. They work fabulous for that. So that works really well. So we're gonna go ahead and do our eggs. And I've got my garbage right there. I think I'm gonna do 2 eggs this time. Of course, I've got paper towels here. A little bit of milk. My whisk. This is so quick to make, fail safe. You can't go wrong. You can put anything on top of your eggs. Make sure my oil is across the pan. You can hear that already. This gets hot very, very quickly. It's 250 watt and then 600 watt. Now I've never had to use the 600 watt because this heats up very fast. Open. go get my scissors to open that. Well, let me scoot up there, get my scissors so I can open that. I'm gonna put the lid on there so the puppies don't get into it. Got curious puppies. Scoot up here. I've got some watermelon for later. Open this real quick. Where's my big spatula? See if I can get this turned over. Turn that off. So it's starting to get a little hot. Get my sloppy Joe and put that in there. So another thing I've done, because I can't have the carbs, but I'll go through Taco Bell and just get a taco, you know, a regular one, and put that in my omelet. Because the tacos are like, what is it, $1.49 or $1.59, something like that. Because I don't carry lettuce and things like that with me. And that works really well as well. Put that on there. Turn that back on for a couple seconds so that'll heat up the sloppy Joe. Not bad. So I just want that to heat up in there a bit. And I've got my plate here ready to go. My fork and my knife, and while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I think I'll go ahead and get this cleaned up here. So these little wipes work really well. No fuss, no muss. Now, of course, you don't want the ones that have the scent in them and that kind of stuff for cleaning your dishes and things with, but these work really well. like I say, you can't go wrong with an omelet. Another thing, if you have a real good, like I might go here because I'm here in Arizona and they have Filiberto's. So I may go in and get a burrito, one of their carnitas burrito. I can't eat the flour, the outside, but I can take the filling, just cook my egg, and then put that in and have that. And it's so good, so easy. So I can go ahead and turn that off again. And yeah, ready to go. So I do have like a little table thing here that I use. And like I said, I just put, when I'm coming here, I take my bed and just stick it up in the front seat. Move my trash over here so it's real close that I can use it. And the puppies are back here on their little bed on the pillows, Miss Lily. Are you up on the pillows, Miss Lily Boom Boom? Yeah. And so, yeah, that works. So that should be done. That should be heated up in there now. Oops. 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 Go ahead and get my omelet out here. So I have my Sloppy Joe omelet. I'm going to unplug this and let that sit and cool. But this, you know, you don't have much mess to clean up at all with this. It's so simple to do. So I'm just going to sit that up there and let that cool off. I'll put the lid on here for now. Let that cool off while I'm having my omelet. We'll just see how this Sloppy Joe is. It is sloppy. I will give them that. It is sloppy. So let's see. Like I said, I've never tasted these, so I don't know how it's going to be. But that's hot. I'm going to let it cool off just a little bit first, because that does heat up really quickly. But I think it's going to be fine. You know, sometimes I'll get a little burger, some Prego, and I will make an Italian one. I get the fresh grated Parmesan. One of my favorites is the Italian. Doing the Italian, I do a little bit of the sweet peppers in it. Now, if you can have onions, it's great to put onions and all that in it. But because I have an ostomy, I don't do the onions. So, yeah. I know Mr. Mickey, he loves his omelets. He said, I always give him a little bite of the, you know, a little bit of the egg. Huh. It warms up really quickly. It's good. Yeah, that works. For me, it's a little spicy. I think it's the, not spice, but I'm very, vinegar, something that's got quite a bit of vinegar and that type of thing in it will be sometimes difficult for me as well. This has quite a bit in it, but it is good. You know, it is good. I'm looking forward to trying the taco one and then the sweet barbecue one. I know the tuna is really good. That works. So on that note, I'll leave that here. I'm going to go ahead and have the rest of my dinner. And we'll see you online.